that Tom touches it down to other than cold glass, it cools down as well as he touch it. And the metal absorbs the heat of the glass and cools that down. And touching with the springs cools it down quite a lot. Basically, to touch it back down very quickly, make sure it's really reattached. It's not glass that only stick to other hot glass. But here it's switching out some colors. We've gone through quite a lot of colors, several layers. So you have some red, I think there's orange and yellow. And yellow as well. Like whether it's what tools we want to use, what colors we want to use, the way we want the bits that our system will be made to be shaped. So Karen's been the Tom so she knows his plan, and then she actually needs very little communication now in between. Like every now and then trying to double check with him, make sure that they're both on the same page, make sure that he's ready for the next bit, that maybe he wants a little bit hotter, a little bit colder, depending on what they're doing. And even when she, after Tom cuts it, she knows exactly what to do. So she goes right up, maybe there's a quick marker on the, or rolling on the, on marking these bronze tables that we use to shape the glass. And she does that very quick. She doesn't have much time because, again, metal tools can absorb a lot of heat. We do have about 20-minute-long shows every half an hour or so at the museum. And then so they do this, you design it, you make a piece twice a day, every day during the summer. But there's not an age restriction. So if you guys ever do get a chance to visit the Corning Museum of Glass, they can make and what they're interested in making. And then maybe get your piece designed in glass. And I'll tell you guys a secret. You go really early in the morning. So the museum opens like at 9 o'clock, and then they do the first one at 10. And so if you start off road, you kind of turn it to keep it on there, twirl it, keep it on there. And then if you want more honey on your toast or biscuit, you have to go back in for the second scoop. Same way with glass. You only get, especially when it's cooling. Instead of a little water gel cap breaks that right off. Karen's going to trade types with them. Tom's going to grab that. He's going to wait for it to be the right temperature. He's going to very carefully touch it down over that gap line he made. So where that constriction line is, where he added water and broke that glass, it's got to leave a little sharp edge. So he wants it not being too cold. And two, he wants to stretch this one. So he left it really long or really short and solid so that he can now come back later and stretch it. You don't want to pick that up on a really small, thin, delicate thing. You want to stretch it once it's a little bit easier to. You see he's using these shears to kind of hold on to it, and he's lifting it up, pulling a little bit. And he's kind of taking his time. He's testing out the heat of it. As well as you might see him, he actually stretched it out. That absorbs a lot of the heat from it, as well as it has a lot of surface area to cool down. Karen's under there to grab it. Again, it's a little bit of water, gel tap, breaks right off. So into the annealing oven.
All right, here we go. So we'll make another beautiful piece of glass for you guys here.
And going to school kind of for glass, a little bit more specifically. I went to art school to be a potter, to do ceramics, and then slowly switched over to working with glass. Your freshman year in art school, most schools do a big 8 or 10 credit course called Foundations of Art, where you work on conceptual art. You work on developing your ideas as a conceptual artist. Touch that down onto the body of the piece. Turning away from herself. Create this big, beautiful spiral, which will eventually be able to see this unique. Watch while she breaks through the glass and then does his best to protect her hand. It's a really cool little flip move to kind of flip and pull that material. See that? Now she can work a little bit more with gravity rather than against gravity to pull. Look at that. Very nice. So later on in the cruise, we will do an auction. So the Corning Museum of Glass is a non-profit organization, so we can't manufacture and sell all of the pieces that we make. So what we like to do is give them away for free. We did that last night. Handed out free raffle tickets and gave 4 or 5 pieces away. Now the non-profit status here at the museum, away from our conversation. It was so hot outside, and we made just a massive piece of glass, and it almost killed the 3 of us. We plan out our pieces usually, but for some reason that day, that piece just got bigger and bigger, stretching it really tall. Photos of her dogs for far too long.
And videos.
And
videos. There you go. Where it's hottest, and that is not where we touched it on the table. So the rest of the body of the piece, what we like to call the shoulder, will start. And where we have to put our hand, it's directly above the glass piece at this point. I gotcha. Demonstrations, we do glass breaking demonstrations. You can answer questions about how flat screen television glass is made. So we've got a really tall vase. Karen will lean out about as far as she can. It's also really important to plan out exactly what each person's job will be and try and make it as efficient as humanly possible. You would try and move as fast as possible. It's very, very expensive to blow glass though. Yeah, there you go. Nicely done. Karen is like, we'll get a lip wrap on this piece. Trail a little bit of material right around that leading edge. Nice indication of a handmade piece of glass. And back. And back. Some water onto that hunting connection. She said the first one didn't get much water, so she'll go back to that first one, put a little bit more water in that spot. Then we give it a light tap, piece pops free. Asian blowing glass for like over 25 years. An amazing glass blower, amazing technician, can make anything. And he'll literally mix together. Last summer he mixed together black and white. I'm gonna grab this sheet over here. Yeah. So how do we get to work on these different ships? It's actually a pretty long process. So this job in the glass field is generally looked at as the best job in glass making, where you get to travel around the entire world. You get to blow glass and make whatever you like. And we say that lightly, but we teach 2 different classes there, and the one that they usually send me to France for is a ceramics and glass class. So it's kind of combined, where we use the heat of a big wood-fired furnace to fire ceramics as well as melt glass, reaching a lot of people. We have a very quick turnaround of thousands of people. So we're able to reach a lot of people. And $500,000 mark yet, but they're getting really close to 500,000 visitors a year. And you'd be amazed, like a lot of people from the cruise ship, a lot of guests from the cruise ship. You can experiment, you can be an artist, you can practice, you can play with the glass. So it would usually be like this very different piece of glass color. You gather a little bit of this other color, you gather a little bit of the third color. You'd be able to mix it together. Is it wide open? Look at that. While it's still nice and hot, hang it down towards the floor. It's that beautiful fluted edge. Very nice. These pieces are really nice. They kind of always remind you that this glass was once a really nice flowing liquid. Spots will be green, a beautiful lapis blue, and then the lip wrap in the coral red. A beautiful piece by